Do what you guys. What's his name? Ashton Kutcher.
Kutcher? No, that's the guy that was 2.5 Men the last 2-3 seasons.
Ashton Hall.
Oh, that's the one.
Who's Ashton Hall?
He's
The black guy that does the face thing in it. Have you not seen the
He's on
videos?
TikTok. He's just like
Man goes
he's
running
always
and
doing
shit.
it.
Yeah.
Apparently, he goes running at 4 in the morning.
Bullshit,
And
man.
whatever, and you know, he's got this lifestyle.
Yo,
where-
what? I've been having this mad dream, yeah.
Don't tell me you've been running.
That I'm scoring a half.
Volley all the time. Man, you know what the thing is? Like, I wake up and I'm kicking in real life. And it's got me messed up in the head.
Telling
You
me
know?
Mrs. Gold.
Did you score it though?
Like my daughter.
You said that one in the dream though.
Yeah.
You scored it. Okay,
But it made, like my actual leg goes whack. I'm like, wow.
So in his dream, Thiago Alcantara. Real life, don't do that. That's what he's doing.
That's like dreaming.
Daddy hits me.
Nah, man,
She's like, show me.
nah, trust me, she's going for. She must be going for an overhead kick, man. She kicks my head
Yo,
off.
never put in goals, but yeah.
Nah, man, nah.
Goalposts are like-
You know what I'm trying to get though? I'm trying to get you know those goalposts for my garden. I want to get one for summer, innit? So get quite a big one.
Well, like the ones, the 7-a-side ones.
Not as big as 7-a-side, but maybe like 5-a-side.
Yeah, that's not bad. The sports are doing
Bro,
my
I
thing.
can see you garden, you know.
It's quite big,
Yeah,
man.
it's nice, man.
It's quite big, so I was there like down the
I
back.
can't remember.
Yeah, I'm planning to put a big
Yeah.
like.
He's gonna host a barbecue soon. or-
Yeah. I'm
Inshallah.
speaking.
man.
I'm speaking to my builder about getting a brick one put in. So.
Yo, that's gonna be sick. That's gonna be
Crazy.
sick.
Inshallah, we're gonna do barbecue as well, man.
Yeah.
Inshallah, yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah, 'cause I'm gonna need to speak to my agent and get that sorted.
But yeah, it's Beat the Press. We're back.
Yo!
Yo!
We're
What
back.
you guys telling me? It's been a while.
It's been too long, man.
It's been too long.
It's been
We go
really
in
too
and
long.
out, but you know what? We're showing face again. No face, no case. But yeah, introductions. You got your boy, man like Hoyo, on the scene. You've got to my right.
Big JD Neil. Back again. Never leaving.
I don't know when you're gonna finish it. Then so I was going, you know?
I'm thinking of more shit.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough. And then to my left.
It's your boy Fats.
JJ Kutcher.
And on the other side, we've got, on one corner, we've got a Liverpool cult hero.
Not his usual corner.
Scouts, Nabz, man.
Yeah.
They put the flag up here, so yeah, no.
I don't want to turn my head on badness.
And right next to him, we've got the flag burner,
Yeah.
the one that's going to get him on a pitchfork.
And you never walk alone.
Unless you try
Unless you
and
go
you're
to
going to
Madrid.
Madrid.
True.
Yeah.
It's a common fact.
Speaking about it, I've been to Anfield as well. You know what? It's not as bad as I thought it'd be.
What?
What's
What's
When
that?
you compare it,
Anfield? Yeah,
when-
yeah, yeah.
when
What's that? Anfield.
Yeah.
when-
What's your place?
when you compare it to Old Trafford.
Oh, no, I
Come
thought,
on,
Old Trafford's 100 million times better. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
no,
lie
no,
about
no.
that.
Don't worry, man. You confused that there's no rats on the pitch, Bruno.
There was
No,
a,
Yeah,
no,
but
no,
it's
rat.
one of them, like,
there was a
expected
few
Oh yeah, there was a few rats on the pitch. Yeah, we see Steven Gerrard
Bruno
on there.
did-
That was a rat.
Seen him slip again.
Sleep again as well at the same
Bruno
time.
didn't play, man. Bruno didn't play. Your captain didn't play.
Your stadium looks like a Lego.
You know that game. It was because of
And
Peter
yours
Crouch.
looks like a.
If it wasn't for Peter Crouch, I swear he's a jinx. Because they hooked the ball to him. All he did was get his long legs over and he just tapped in. That was it.
You know what?
And
Hoyo, he hit a stick in, Man United stick in Anfield somewhere.
Yeah, so
So it's up to someone to find that
Ah,
sticker
he
in
came to the
Anfield.
hot block and he pissed on your head.
Yo, don't watch, man. I'm going.
I was gonna do the Sheffield thing, and you guys
Yeah.
know about the Sheffield
Yeah,
thing as well at the
You
same time.
didn't use the toilet, did ya?
I mean, no, I didn't have a chance because I know
Yeah,
if I was
no.
fasting in it, what food am I gonna,
Don't worry,
Yeah.
don't worry, man. I'm going to Manchester Sunday.
You ain't
Got
going-
eat
you
day.
ain't- You ain't going to Old Trafford.
Oh,
You're not cold like that.
Oh, around the corner.
Yeah,
Around
You
the
ain't
block.
going to Old
Around
Trafford.
the.
Alright, let me tell you
Say
something,
though.
yeah?
Say though.
Hoyo went to Anfield.
Yeah. You.
No. But you know what? I could resonate with the people back then because I was standing right where they were standing at that time as well. At the same time, standing up as well because they got barriers there.
You jump,
Bro.
No.
He paid to go watch Liverpool play.
Oh,
He didn't pay.
I didn't pay. It was a sponsor. You know, one of the boys on that, they sponsored.
Not only that, wait. It was charity.
It was a charity.
Yeah.
I know. I was in the Chelsea stand. I was away in Chelsea. I was away with Chelsea as well at the same time. I was in the Liverpool side and I was away with
Yeah,
Chelsea.
wait.
But wait. Carry on.
Raw.
What is this going on in here? Yo?
In Ramadan.
It's Ramadan, you know, in
In
Ramadan.
In Ramadan.
But at least
Too
it
much.
wasn't the pilot.
Yeah, true. But talking about disasters, there has been a disaster right now.
Yeah.
Trent Alexander Arnold is going where?
That's not a disaster. at
Well,
all.
for
That's
Liverpool
a
it
thing
is.
of beauty.
For you guys it is.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hala Madrid.
It is.
I think we start over there.
Talk to me, baby.
No.
Why do you guys want him on a pitchfork? That's what I want to know.
No. I just want to know, how do you feel?
You know
Fuck
what?
everything.
Yeah.
I just want to know how you feel, bro.
Nah, you know what?
Are you alright?
Yeah.
As a virgin.
I don't know if you put your face or not.
Nah,
like a strong
we had
face.
this conversation a few months ago about this whole Trent, Salah, Van Dijk
I'm not
leaving.
even talking about that.
Yeah, you know, like that.
Yeah,
So
we
I
got-
always said, if there's going to be one of the three leaving, I'm 100% sure Trent's leaving. And if it's one of those three leaving, I wouldn't mind Trent leaving if it's out of those three.
Okay, but you still didn't answer my question. How you feel?
Don't worry,
So you
man.
don't feel like the rest of them, like burning your Alexander Arnold shirt if you had one.
I'm not too fussed about it as much because obviously, don't like this. The problem. This is how I see it. Trent, he's amazing. Don't get me wrong, sick player. His ball playing ability is different. You know what I mean? And even his threat from our own side of the pitch, different. Issue is, if we didn't have a right back sat there who's slowly coming to his own, Conor Bradley, I'd be more worried. Because we got a player like him there, I'm not as badly thinking. Don't get me wrong, I'm annoyed at the way it's happened. I don't like the
So
way.
who's to blame here?
I don't even think. I think it's Trent. If you could.
So not FSG.
No.
What? You're doing a character right now.
No, should I tell you why? It wasn't about the money. He trust me, it wasn't about the money. Because if it was about the money, he would have think. You think
So-
he? Do you think he deserved to earn more money than Salah?
No.
Do you think he deserved to earn more money than Van Dijk?
No.
You know, he got offered 300k.
What?
Right on. I
Yeah.
it on.
But and he.
So what he's saying is he doesn't rate your club.
Yeah.
He wants. Do you know when Madrid? I always said it. I said it. I think.
Okay, but you just said it's not about the money. So
Yeah.
he's not rating your club.
No, but this is the thing. Do you know when it comes to players in Premier League, they got this thing where they want to go to either Barca or Real. It's only those teams.
Well,
that
born and bred though.
Yeah, man, it happens, man. It happens. That's why. Do you know when we were talking about Steven Gerrard? That's why. Legend.
Yeah, come
Knock
on,
on-
here we go, man.
Knock on the door. Who was calling? Everyone.
You
was
know who
calling.
it was? Knock
Your
on the door.
team was
No, wait. Knock
your-
on the door, but it was death threats to my man. That's why
Yeah,
he didn't go
yeah,
to
that's
Chelsea.
what-
Yeah,
That's what they.
yeah. What about
it's a
United?
myth,
What
it's a
about
myth,
United?
it's a
What
myth.
about United?
What about United?
Alex Ferguson was like, "Oh, I'll bring him through the River Mersey myself." What are you gonna do, you old man? You're gonna break a hip walking down. Alex Ferguson
Yeah, listen.
to Gerrard.
He doesn't get to our midfield, bro.
Yeah.
He was coming to us and he slipped the
He
elbow.
knew he wanted to get replaced. Like,
You know what it is?
He
If
knew.
we signed Gerrard, we wouldn't have won.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we would have-
Your
yeah,
team, your team was getting replaced there, man. This was when Roy Keane was even before when Roy Keane was there.
Shit, Darren Fletcher. You're just a shit, Darren Fletcher.
Don't say that about Roy Keane.
Shit, Darren
Don't
Fletcher.
don't say that about Roy
Yeah,
Keane.
right, man.
Roy Keane.
Let me
Right.
ask you something. Are you happy for Trent?
I don't. There's not a way I feel about it.
As a Liverpool fan, are you happy for him?
Because it's not Real Madrid's not the same Real Madrid that were killing it a few years ago. You know what I mean? So I'm, that's
Bro,
Still, I don't know what games you've been watching, but Real Madrid have been cooking, bro.
No.
Mbappe is now in his bag now. Vinicius is still doing bits for
as
them.
in like
And the only problem with the guys is
I
the
get what you're
centre-backs.
saying. It's that aura of
Yeah.
Galacticos and
yeah,
Versace. That's not,
they're not
but
that.
that's not going to happen again, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
I'm not on no because the Galacticos happened twice.
Wait, 1 second. Are we pretending like they're not
No,
got a
Madrid-
Galactico situation going on right
They
now?
do, to be honest.
No, but
yeah.
you know
Even
what-
bigger than what it was before.
It's
Even
so
bigger.
This is the biggest it's
bigger.
ever been.
Yeah.
The issue I think it could end up coming down to is like when David Beckham walked into the whole Galactico back then, and that was the shittest Galactico.
Huh?
No, when it comes to trophies, they were crap. They weren't winning as
No,
much.
They didn't win the Champions League.
Yeah, they didn't win.
No,
Yeah,
not Champions League,
and,
but they
and
were-
La Liga was dead back then. There was only 2-3 teams. It was only
Still
it
two,
was-
So then why are you asking them to win the Premier League?
no Champions League. No,
They didn't win the Champions League,
No.
but then they were doing up La Liga.
yeah, but that's like what Man City. Then no one was rating up until they won the Champions League. You need to win the Champions
No,
League.
but the
You're talking about
no,
the
but-
biggest Champions League winners in
No.
history.
No,
Nah,
but
but
back
anyway,
then, no, but okay, player
Nah.
for player.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, player for player, early 2000,
Yeah.
that team was disgusting. They built players with Ronaldo,
Yeah,
Figo,
You
Raúl.
should have won the Champions League.
That's what I'm trying to say. With that certain team, You got to win the Champions
No, but you
League.
take
But
the
early
Champions League. You take the
2000s,
Champions
they
League
didn't
out.
win
Then
it.
completely
won
take
it
the
to
Champions League out
2000 or
trophy and stuff like that at the same time. I feel like the players they had in terms of the money they bought for the Galacticos, because Galacticos, in my opinion, is big time players that form a squad in that sense. And you look at it from the early 2000s to the 2010 Galacticos to the Galacticos of now.
No, that's what I'm trying to say.
This Galacticos is probably the best that we've seen in that sense in terms of big name players.
Big
Mbappe,
names, yeah.
Vinicius, Bellingham, like
You got Trent now.
Trent now coming into the squad.
But,
Big game players.
but I don't think so. I still wouldn't compare it to the ones of 2017.
I hear
2018.
what-
You know what I'm
yeah,
trying
not
to say?
even
But you
that.
got
I'm
Ronaldo,
saying,
Bale,
yeah.
Benzema, Cruz, Modric, who was there back then?
But they were made. They were at the age of 26,
Oh,
27, 28. They were made. They were there to win trophies at age. These guys are still young. They're 21, 22, 23. They've got plenty of time to get to that age
Yeah.
and then do it eventually in the next couple of years.
I
I think Real Madrid are going to be a powerhouse the next 5 seasons.
Yeah.
They're going
Nah,
to.
you know, their squad is still very
They're gonna
young
win
as
the
well.
Premier
You gotta
League.
think it-
They're going to win everything, bro. The World Cup as well at this rate.
Yeah, 100%.
Joke.
100%.
yeah, and
They're getting Saliba as well soon.
If they do that, then bro, there's no point. They play Football Manager.
nah, but do you know what it is with me? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm happy for Trent in the sense where if this is what you want, it was like when Michael Owen left to go thingy. I was pissed the fact that he's going,
You are
but
pissed, bro. You're 4.
Now you guys do
No,
some juju
nah,
magic on him,
bro,
and bro,
Michael
he did
Owen was my
absolute
guy.
rubbish then.
Nah,
When did Michael Owen go?
2002.
2002. Michael Owen was my guy back then, man. Trust me.
You were still 4 though.
I was 4 in 2002.
Nah, I'm joking.
I was like 6 years old, man. Come on. I'm definitely Abdi, man. Real age, brother. Real
Yeah, I
age.
was like 2 years old, fam. Don't worry, fam. You get me? Just coming on here on a boat and that. You get me? A guy successfully. Alhamdulillah.
At least,
Yeah.
Abdi was still in the ball sack.
Yo, it is what it is. You know, I'll take that still in it. You get me? I'm 24 years old in it. I might have been in it, still swimming in it. You get me? And I made it. I got gold and came here and survived. You get me? That's what you see.
It's Ramadan.
Yeah, well, it's biology. What's wrong with biology?
Facts.
What's this
Maybe.
going on? You just give me the too much jobs to do halfway through.
Do you think that Liverpool should have taken the 20 million in January and then
Nah, because I feel like that's more of a piss take.
That was a rattling one.
That's like
that was a rattling
that's
one,
like
to be honest.
that was like during Arsenal put 40 million and a pound.
Yeah,
It's that
that's
type
how
of
it
piss
is.
take. It was that type of piss take.
It's funny how it happens only to you guys, though. That's the
Yeah.
question.
But the thing is, it never works because when they offered that, you know, they you when Arsenal offered that, and in Suarez's contract, he was allowed to go anywhere other than Arsenal. That was it, and then you ruined it for yourself. Even if you wanted to go, you ruined it for yourself.
Okay, so let's go back to FSG now, yeah?
Mm.
So even if you're not blaming FSG solely for Trent,
Yeah.
this contract situation, whose fault is it?
Oh no! When you're basing it off all
Everything, I'm
no,
about
yeah,
all
yeah.
3 of them.
When you're basing it off all 3, my personal opinion, FSG now. But yes, I'd say FSG only because offer them what they want. Now, just ask Salah, Van Dijk, what do you want? Yeah, give them what they want. If it's for the next 2-3 years, just give it. And in the back of my head, it's what you're looking at is, do you know how Arsenal, they're a good team, yeah, but they ain't got title winners. They ain't got men who carried them through war. Salah and Van Dijk are those guys. You pay a lot more for that thingy. It's
I
like
hear that. I
you
hear
get
that.
you. Do you know how people were paying for like Thiago Silva
Mm.
Yeah.
because of how much trophies he won? Sergio Ramos because of how much trophies he's won. You know, like that. It wasn't just they're getting old. You're keeping them for the experience, bro. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
You need them in the dressing room.
Yeah, and a lot of teams say that they ain't got the like. A lot of pundits even say that.
Yeah, but
You ain't.
you don't want to pay over a certain amount just for
Because
that
it-
experience.
I don't think it was
It's
anything.
going to be an expensive
That's
flop.
what
If
I'm
it
No,
flop.
but the thing is, I don't think it was anything crazy. I think they were asking for like 350,
That's crazy.
I don't think that's wrong.
which I don't think is
I
bad.
don't think that's,
That's
right.
crazy, bro. You
I think
can't
they were
ask
asking for more.
No, because
I think at least 400 bags.
You
though.
think
350k a week.
Bro, we're
what
in
are
a
these?
recession, fam.
Ball is smoking, bro.
We're in a
Yeah,
recession, fam. The government, fam, you get me?
Casemiro's on the same.
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying
that,
in the
but
in
that's
the
Man
footballing
United though.
sense.
Liverpool
Yeah,
don't run
No,
like that.
no, but
No, no, no,
they're going to
but
look
you
at
need
players.
to-
The way transfer and
Bro,
wages
the way
work
that-
is they look at them.
Exactly,
They look at them players and
exactly.
be like, he's on this much.
Nah,
and
so-
he's playing absolute rubbish.
nah.
Why should I be getting that much?
So do you know when
Oh.
Salah got offered a few years ago when he got offered the 350? That's what he's currently on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's on 350. The only reason he got offered that was because we pushed our wage structure up a bit because we had to. So we pushed it up by I think it was 100k just for him. Before that, the max play was 250. You know what I'm saying? So now he's gone up for 350. Only reason was because of the whole this that like he compared himself to other wingers in his position, Rashford and these lot. You know what I mean? And he's like, I'm 1,000 times better than these lot right now.
Mm.
So that's what he was basically saying. Now what they need to do is they need to go about it in a sense where, like, look at your age. You ain't got much to give us now. This was when we offered you at 31, at 30 years old. You know what I mean? We need to go about it in the same type of style. We can't offer you more because now.
But then that's hence the standstill.
Yeah,
the
that's
standstill.
where
That's why we're in
that's
April and there's no.
yeah, that's
Other
what.
teams are willing to offer them more,
Yeah.
and then they're like, you know,
But
what
that's
can't
just,
take them?
but these teams that are offering more, we all know them for stupid money. It's like PSG
Yeah,
and
PSG
Saudi.
come
You gotta
and
remember,
whoever.
alright, if you're Salah here, yeah, and this club, you've done everything for them.
Yeah.
You're a bigger legend than their biggest legend. You're their biggest legend, the best player ever. And they come to you and say to you, you want 350k a week, but we're not gonna give you any more than that. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So you've done everything. So is it based on accolades and what you've already achieved, or is it based on what you're going to do, incentive? Is it that? So then the problem FSG have there, if they give him a bumper contract now and they give him 450k a week, and then they say to him, yeah, but it's only for a year or two, he's gonna say no. I want 3 year contract. I want that for 3 years.
That's
if
what
you want me long time.
That's what I'm saying. So we'd rather get the
But
350 for 3 years, where it's be like, you're comfy, still on good money. It's not crap money with 350. It's still quite a lot, you know what I mean? For especially Liverpool player, it's a lot. But then what he needs to look at as well. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, don't all these players come and go, and then like it's a bit of a difficult one, isn't it? When you look back at it, like this one, I know I gotta go back to it, but this is what I mean about Gerrard. Yeah, he was offered stupid money, stupid playing time, stupid clubs. You know what I mean? And it's about like how much you can stay at this club, even when you're going through like the shit of it.
You know, you say that, right?
Mm.
I'm not even being funny here.
Mm.
I'm not even trying to troll anything.
Mm.
Gerrard's won fuck all compared to what he
Yeah.
should have won.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm.
So that sacrifice he made
Yeah.
was for people like you and Liverpool fans to say Gerrard over whoever.
Yeah.
But for his own self, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. on a
Oh,
national
That was
basis.
a shit
Oh
decision.
no, I know, I agree
Do
with
you know what
that.
I'm saying?
And
No,
Trent's not trying to make that
no,
mistake.
but no, I agree with that. But the thing is, do you know the position that Trent's in right now? The club's a better.
Yeah,
The
oh,
better
100%.
team.
I
Do you
agree
know
with
what-
that.
do you know
So
what
that's
Gerrard?
where
Yeah.
I'm saying.
There's a
I'm not even
difference.
trolling. He's not rating your club.
Okay.
So
Wait, I got
No.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you are.
Yo, Jay,
you
Jay, I got ya.
You don't rate the club. You don't rate the club. You don't rate the club.
Let me mix it up a
You
bit.
don't rate the club. He doesn't rate the club.
Yeah.
Sounded
So
like Thai.
yeah, so he's not rating your club, innit?
Yeah.
In all,
I get what you're saying.
in other
yeah.
words, bro. Because how is a man thinking? Yeah, Liverpool are top of the table, finished top of the UCL,
Yeah.
although got knocked out of it.
Yeah.
Like just lost the Carabao Cup final to Newcastle. Like
Yeah.
you lot are in some sick positions,
Yeah.
but he's still thinking. Nah, I want to go
Because he
Madrid.
knows what's coming.
No, I'm just saying, Gerrard,
You don't rate your
he
club,
he messed up. Although you lot love him,
Yeah.
and
Okay, okay.
he messed up because of his own career.
Okay,
He could
yeah.
have been a serial.
Just for
Yeah.
Liverpool fans to
Serial
call him a
man.
legend.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Now let me explain this now. Okay, so you gotta remember the teams he played with. Yeah, players like Christian Poulsen, Paul Konchesky,
Ballers.
Kyrgios, and all these.
They were at the Legends game.
Yeah, some dead players, bro. And this like he still kept us in. I think the lowest we ever finished.
No, I'm not
No,
disputing
no,
that
no.
though.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Do you know, if Gerrard wasn't there, he had that pulling power. Do you think Roy Hodgson is pulling in players like that?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. But Gerrard still had that, like, where players were like Fernando Torres, Xavi Alonso, Mascherano,
Suarez.
all these like came to a thingy because they were like raw, like Gerrard here. It wasn't because of like Rafa Benitez or whoever else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They didn't have that name back.
But that's what I'm saying. That's where I think personally is Gerrard's mistake.
Yeah, no,
I think that's his biggest regret, leaving.
Liverpool players, Liverpool fans know that.
Mm.
They know if he went to a
I'm
thingy.
gonna go
We
mad
always
in
say
here,
it though. We always say if he went Chelsea, he would have won bare trophies.
He would have been serial
Yeah.
title
No, and
winner,
if he
bro.
went Real Madrid,
Right.
he would have done the same. And that's what we were saying.
Yeah.
But it's one of those now.
But then that's what I'm saying. This is where Trent is making that move because
No.
he feels like
So Trent-
he is
so
good enough.
do you want
The
to-
fact that he's getting talked about to go to Real Madrid is a huge.
But do you know what?
fucking
No,
compliment.
so do you know there was a interview, I think with Sky Sports or something, a week
international.
before, and they go, "What would you rather win?
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or, Champions League, Premier
World Cup.
League,
Mm.
or the
Yeah,
World
he
Cup?"
said Ballon d'Or. Yeah.
And he goes Ballon d'Or. Now let me explain to you there's players where I know what it is like Michael Owen. He won the Ballon d'Or, went to Real. You get what I'm saying? And he was probably at that time the most clinical striker in the world. Like when it came to like pure chaos, he was battering teams on his ones.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. So now when you got a player like Trent who wants to move in that position, you're kind of like a bit pissed off because you're like the way it went about it. Now if he was 100% adamant, just kind of like do a Chris Wood, whack your wood on the table, and be like, I want to go. You know what I mean? Fair enough. It's a bit early and like shit. What are we gonna do? But at least we could get some profit out of it. Because right now we've walked away with nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what? The Premier League's done, man.
I think Brighton is smoky lot.
I told you I put an asterisk on it because
Brighton's weird this season though. Brighton's very weird. See, like during last season they were a bit more consistent with the way that they were winning games. But now it's like they'll win batter team and then they lose 4-0 and then they'll win and then they lose and I just don't know with them.
And on that note, the Liverpool chat is over. Guys, it's been a pleasure.
We love Nabz.
We do love Nabz. We do love
want
Nabz.
to
But
do-
this is an
Do you want to
intervention.
do a start sell sub for Liverpool squad?
Wait,
I want to see.
Nah, we'll do, I want to do that separate video just with
We'll do
Nabz in
that.
there.
I think you
yeah,
should.
yeah, I'll do a separate video just with Nabz in that one.
Yeah, I hear that.
I just wanted to say, we wanted to test if Nabz could beat the press, and he didn't beat it. Lads.
You know what? I
He
think
did
he got,
okay.
yeah, he did okay.
He did well.
He did well.
He held his ground.
He beat the offside trap a fair few times still in it, so he
Thank
can't
you,
really
man.
complain. Can't really
More
complain.
like you, man. I only play for the draw.
I'm gonna
खत्म बाय बाय टाटा गुड बाय